Early Morning by the Baby Animals. It's played in E flat. We're not doing that. We're just going to do it in standard tuning. I'm just going to play a few of the riffs now. You can listen to the song and find out the progression and where they go. It's pretty repetitive and it's not that hard. So that's most of the riffs, and I'll show you that. So the opening chord is E. It's a barred high E. I just want to bar the 7th fret completely, and then you want on your A string you want 9. On your D string you want 9, and on your G string you want 9, and just hold the rest open and just play that fucker real loud. Now you can either just hold that at the start, or you can dick around with the little riff that I was doing. That all that is a hammer-on from your A string 5th fret to your 7th, and then pull off. You can pick it every time like this, or you can just hammer on and off. And then I just do a bit of abundant vibrato on the 5th fret E string. And then just let it go. If you're clever, you can get a little harmonic distortion, which I didn't get there. And then you wait for the drums to kick in, you do the first riff, which is this one. So to do that, it's your A string open, and then you want your D string from your 7th to your 5th, but you alternate that A string in between changes, like this. 7th, 5th. Just keep practicing that. And that little riff is just open A string, and then you want to hammer onto your 5th fret, A string, and then hammer straight onto your 7th without picking, and then you want to go down to your D string and you want your 5th fret. And then after that, you just want to hammer on to your A string 7th fret, and then pull off open. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm not explaining every pick, but I think that's a bit of a waste of time. So you do that, and I think it might be 4 times you do that, and then Sexy Suze will go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're doing double stops. So if you don't know what double stops are, it's just basically hitting multiple strings or 2 strings with 1 finger, and you're playing them 2 strings. So you've got 4 double stops in this next one. You've got the 5th fret, A and D string, 7th fret, A and D string, 5th fret, D and G string, 7th fret, D and G string. So it's really a box, and I basically just hammer-ons and pull-offs to get that. You start off on the 7th, the A and D string, and then you got to really listen to it to get the timing and the progression. I give it a bit of a vibrato as well, so I go with the, so that's just the 2 double stops from the 5th to the 7th, on the A and D string. And then you go to the bottom double stops, the D and the G string. And then you do this funky little pull off. It's still on your G and your G string. Alright, so that's 7th to 5th. I'll play it again. Sorry, I pull off to open. And then it's the double stops on the A and D. 4 of them. And then a little half one. Back up to the 7th fret, A and D. And that, it sounds harder than it is. If you picture these little double stops, there, straight underneath it, there and there. And then you can work that out. The trick of it is to pick the right strings with your picking hand. But you just got to practice like the first riff. Just keep practicing that, and it alternates. So it goes. This is the entire riff. Okay. And after it's done that 4 times, you have this little run that I did at the start. This. And that's really easy. So they're just you're picking the note, and then you're just giving it a little bit of a quarter bend, and then just opening it up. So it's a hammer off to open. And you just run your way up from the 4th. This is on the A string. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Heaps of bands do this. Just keep practicing that. But the run goes up onto the D string as well, so it goes. And that's just D string 5th fret to hammer on D string 7th fret. Just keep practicing that. Alright, that's in a few parts of the song. Where you will recognise that is that usually that's just before it's going into a verse. Right, so the verses are A. Now I play them bar chord. So I haven't played an A bar chord before. Yeah, okay. The 5th, and you're looking for, this is how I play it to make it sound big. You're looking for the 7th fret A string, 7th fret D string. I don't put that 3rd finger in there. Sounds too happy. We want our songs angry. And that's when you do this little riff. And this is on the D string, and it's just a hammer on and pull off riff. So I'm plucking my D string on the 5th, and I'm hammering on and off to this, off and on the 7th. I think it just does it twice. Fucking sloppy. Yep. And then you just slide it down. So you do the same technique, and then slide it down to the 4th fret on your D string, and you're going 4th to 5th. So I'm not going to tell you how many times. This is basically how it is. because you want to jump back to that A bar chord. You can do a cheaty power chord and just just grab on your E string 5th, and then on your A and D string 7th, and you don't have to actually bar the whole thing. You can just grab it like that and play the top 3 strings. Missed it. Now you really got to wait for the song because it jumps into a D power chord, but just for a second. Now the chorus is you do that quick little jump into the D power chord, and it's just that same chord, but I just sort of usually chug away with it with my band to make it heavier. So that's just a bit of palm muting and alternate picking. Hear that? And you want another bar chord, which is a C bar chord. You want to bar the 3rd, and on your D string you want 5, and on your G string you want 5 as well. Pretty heavy C chord, eh? C. And that first note we did, which is a high E bar chord, C, D, A. The only time that changes is it's got a bit of a breakdown interlude, and you'll know when that's coming because that little run that we did, usually it's only once, it happens twice there. So you're just coming out of a verse, or it might be a chorus, and you're hearing. That's usually your little signal that you're about to go into the bridge. And it goes like this. That's a G, A. I'm hoping you guys know how to play bar chords. And then you just listen for the lyrics. Right, that was just switching between the D and the A bar chord. That should be enough to get you going. If you're wondering what them notes are after that little C, and then it's B. Wanna never rush you. Yeah, hopefully that's helped. I really love playing that song, and I don't see a lot of videos around on it. Bye.